This here is Exile Pastor Leroy McKinney Jr. the Third. And this is my little bio. Cause they say I got to say something about myself. I went to one of them theological schools back then in the day. But before then, I came from a long line of proud pastors and ministers of my community down here in the parish. And when I was born with one of them veils on my face, and the midwife say when I came out, I came out with a veil on there. Y'all, that's the veil when your eyes closed and it's veil. That's where I can see things. I can see things regular folk can't. And I can see all kind of things. Sometimes I can just see through the wall at my neighbor wife. I can just see through the wall. And ain't because that little hole in there. That hole was there when you see here, it takes a special kind of eye to be able to look through that little hole and see things. You gotta be gifted. And see, me being born off with that gift, I can see through that little hole at my neighbor wife and see things that he don't see. But that's a gift that I was born with. So y'all wouldn't understand that gift I got. But I did go to one of them seminary schools one time because them folks say that I need to learn some structure to the way I bring the word. So I went on up there, up north out there to one of them old, what they call it, theological schools. And them folks there, I couldn't understand nothing. Them folks there, they were talking about reading a book. I ain't know nothing about no reading no book down here where I'm from. We don't need no book to tell us that kind of stuff, what we need to know. Like I recall one time, they were reading this story in this book, this black book, and they was talking about this man walked on water. And he walked on water, and I think he had some gifts too, because I guess I ain't never heard nobody walk on water. Now I know some fish, I seen some fish in the bayou skip across the water. So I just asked the teacher man up there, I asked him, I say, sir, was it salt water? Was it fresh water he was walking on? Because see, I'm down here in the parish, so I just want to know, was it fresh water, salt water he was walking on? Because the buoyancy was kind of different. I was trying to figure out how this man walking on this water. But they say he walked on that water, and but they couldn't tell me with all the other details they had, though. They couldn't tell me whether it was salt water or fresh water he was walking on. So I left that place because they wanted to read too many books, and I ain't had no time to be talking about reading all them books and all them rules and regulations they got in there, so I ain't had no time for that. So I had to get on from around them folks. So I kind of stayed down up there a little north for a little while. Kind of got to preaching up there the word, because them folks up there, they got a different way of bringing the word. They be having that book and they be going through them talking about verse this, verse that. We don't need that kind of stuff. Common sense folks, common sense folks don't need that. We just, we just bring it to a raw. So them folk wasn't too familiar with the way I bring it. I bring it to them raw. I told them folks they ain't had to bring no books, in here. Because, only time we need books is when we need to light a fire, So I had it pretty good up there at one time, because they like the way I get up there and I be shucking and jiving up there. How I be doing them jerking like them ticket jerking when I be bringing that message. But, they had like I guess them churches up there, they all like friends, they all work together. Not like down here we got our own little thing, but up there they had them little organization churches, so, they got together and say they had to run me out of town. Because I had too many folks coming over because they say I was, embarrassing, the word. I guess they say the word of God. They say I was embarrassing it, but, I was just bringing it the way we do it down here. But them folks say that, I instead of, bringing the word, I was more entertaining folks, and they was entertaining, But so they, I had to get out the north, so I came on back down here to the parish. And that's how I got that name Exile. exile pastor because they said that I wasn't allowed to have pastor, and I don't know where them folks get that from. Really don't, because ain't nobody ever told us down here that we couldn't use that word pastor. That's what we is. We pastor like a pastor sheep over some sheep. Because we got livestock there. People in North, I don't understand that. They don't have no sheep and livestock, so I don't know how they get to be pastors. That we pastors down here, because we got farms. They got no farms up there, but them folks say I couldn't use pastor because I ain't had no piece of paper. Saying that somebody had vouched for me. I guess so. So I just took that name, exile pastor, because see, they say the pastor couldn't be first in front of my name, so I put exile in front of that. That's how I did that little thing, man. Yeah, I mean, my message is real simple to you. I just tell folks, the way it's supposed to be. I don't be sugarcoating nothing. Telling folks trying to itch their ears. I don't be doing that. I just tell them the way it is. Where the rubber hits the road, that's the way it has to go. When people come into my house, and I light into them when they don't do right. I'm out here. I'm an old man, and I'm trying to learn this new technology and learn these things out here, so I can be able to tell my people, some new things, because I believe in change. That's how I survive. I learned how to adapt. And that one thing about that book that they was talking about reading was that thing seemed like it ain't changed. They had all them dates in there and all them folks writing it. So I can't mess with that junk. See, the things y'all get when you listen to Exile Pastor Leroy McKinney Jr. III, what you're getting is you're getting real talk. You're getting it straight. Real out there. I don't be talking about stuff I don't know nothing about. Because down here, where in the parish, you gotta know what you're talking about. If you're gonna go out there messing with that cottonmouth, you gotta go out there and you gotta know what you're doing. You just can't let nobody tell you anything and you go out there and mess with one of them cottonmouths. You gotta have the truth. So that's why, I try to learn and teach my people the truth. Because when they out here messing with these folks out here, these folks are like cottonmouths. They'll bite you real quick and they'll chase you. So you gotta know how to deal with them. So that's why, Pastor, he like to know I like good information. But that's a little bit about me. I don't know what I was supposed to say, but I think that's enough right now. Y'all listen to my sermons, alright?